wrong song for this. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Myra.
Hey, Andrea.
Welcome back to episode 2 of Chisme con las Primas.
Yes, episode 2, guys. Thank you so much for the feedback we received, all the love and appreciation.
Truly, truly.
Yes.
Grab your coffee, some tea, some water, and come
Let's go.
cheese me out with us.
Yes. What
Myra,
we have?
I don't think you're ready for this.
No?
So we're going to start off with Chisme of the week. I picked the juiciest one. Are you ready?
Yes.
Sleeping with my cousin's ex to piss her off, but I'm over it, and my mom won't let me stop seeing him now.
What the fuck?
What do you say to that?
Sleeping with my cousin's ex.
To piss her off, but I'm over it, and my mom won't let me stop seeing him now.
So they're still together.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I need more, like, background on this,
Yes.
too. Like, were they serious? Are you just...
Why is your mom not letting you
Like, does your
break
mom
that
really
off?
like him? Or is it just because you've embarrassed yourself by dating your cousin's ex and now she doesn't want you to...
Oh, date. I thought she just slept with him.
Well, she says my mom won't let me stop seeing him now. So I'm guessing they're like a thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. That was my reaction.
What?
But that
That-
jumps perfect into our first topic.
I mean, that must have been some hardcore envidia right there that she had.
for sure.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I couldn't ever be with someone who's messed around with like a friend and not even a cousin. Like that's just
A family
gross
member.
to me.
A family member, I think, is what crosses the line.
I mean, if you're into that, you go.
No, wait, but we're not judging either.
Oh, I'm judging.
Oh, I'm not judging.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, why is there so much jealousy between family members?
I'm not sure. Have you
Have I what?
had any jealous?
Like, have I been jealous of my cousins before?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like jealous of them because of like something they necessarily like materialistic stuff. I've never been materialistic. I think it would be more of like when everybody was having kids and we were trying for a while.
Oh,
And it was
okay.
like, I was jealous everybody else was having kids and we couldn't. More like that, but never like envidia, like, oh my gosh, why does she have that and I can't?
Not even a bit.
No.
A tiny bit.
No, truly, never, no.
Lies.
No, I'm being dead serious.
Really?
I've just never seen a reason to be jealous of something that even my friends have. Like, you?
I think so.
Like, what?
I mean, for sure, like, as a kid, there was stuff that some cousins got, and I'm like, oh, damn, I wish I had that. You know what I mean? But that kind of that stems back from not being able to afford it,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Well, like we weren't poor, but
No, I'm not saying
we
we're
had,
poor.
yeah, but we weren't rich either, right? But we always had, everything we needed. But I wasn't ever into materialistic stuff. Like everybody who wore like Hollister and like brand jeans, like the $100 jeans and stuff. And I was never like, oh, I want that.
Girl, I just started wearing Hollister. I'm 33. That's sad, huh?
I didn't even know they were still open.
Yes, their jeans are super comfy.
American Eagle girl.
Those are comfy too, but
Back on topic, girl.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, I don't think I've ever been jealous like that of family. I think that's when it's really crappy. Like, I feel like you're a really crappy person if, no matter how small the news, if somebody's excited about something, like, no matter the background story, right? Because you may know more to the story that
Yeah.
may, like, alter your perspective. But I feel like if somebody comes to you and they're super excited about something and you're not as excited about it for them, like, as little as it may be like, oh, I got a promotion, or oh, I'm buying a house, I'm having a baby, like whatever it is, I think you're a shitty person.
Well, I mean, okay, I could see not being supportive at the moment, But I think
Yeah.
for that person, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here, trying to see both sides. Because I guess I've been on that side of envy even as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that stems not necessarily from what they have and what they've accomplished and I want it. It goes
Yeah.
back to even thinking deeper. I'm more disappointed in myself because I know what I'm capable of, yet I'm just standing still, not doing anything about it.
I can
So
see
that's
that.
what the envy kind of made me realize is that no, I'm not envious of them and their accomplishments. Not that. I'm just more upset at myself because
Yeah.
I know I'm capable of doing more.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't put the effort sometimes.
But if somebody comes to you like super excited about something, like, oh my God, guess what? I just got a promotion. You wouldn't be like excited
no,
for
I'd
it?
be excited.
That's what I'm
I'd at
saying.
least, yeah.
Like, it's the people that like you tell something
Yeah.
exciting to and they're kind of like side eye, like, congrats. Like, like really.
I would at least try to hide it.
Yeah. And then, I mean, just be excited for them. And then later on, like, be like, hey, like, can
Yeah.
we talk about it? But give them their moment. Like, if
Yeah.
somebody's excited for something, I don't think it should be you who.
I get that. I'd be excited, but then I'd be like, damn, what the fuck what am I doing with myself? What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, but we're all on different paths.
Yes, but see, that's the whole point of growing. We're all on different paths.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we
Yeah.
keep not juggling with, but that's what's challenging is we have to remind ourselves, hey,
Mhm.
they're on a different path than I am. Let me be happy for them, and when it's my moment, they'll be the same. They'll show the same love.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I guess because I grew up like really close to Annette and Sonia, and we grew up like buying the same thing. Like we would purposely want to match and have the same nice things. So I never had like that. Like, oh my God, Sonia has a scooter. I wish I had one. And I'd be like, all right, girl, I'm gonna ride on the feet part and you drive it.
Oh.
It wasn't ever like, oh, I'm so jealous of her. Like, I want that. Why can't I have that?
I remember when everybody had the fat farms
Yeah, I had those.
with the P.
Yeah.
I went to Mexico and got the
Those were the
backwards P.
Nice.
Nobody could tell.
No, pero bien mexicana, sí. Okay, so we have another one. This one's really long, so
Okay.
just bear with me, and then you can tell me what you think, and then I'll go. It says, I have always worked with my family ever since high school. I'm very grateful for what I have. I honestly just hate the job I'm at picking up trash and have no support, no recognition from anyone. All my family are, most of the time, hostile since one way or another we all intertwine. Sometimes I wonder if I leave my parents and siblings from construction, do you think we would be closer? Do you think I'm in the wrong for thinking of leaving my parents' business and starting my own? I feel guilty thinking about leaving my family, but at the same time, I have a family of my own and I think I could make more money, but without killing my body and mental health. I have almost 10 years in construction, so I'm all so nervous starting something new.
Boundaries.
Yeah. Elaborate.
He needs to set boundaries. Like I get your parents are really important.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that my dad always told me and Jose when we got together was your parents are your parents, but now it's me and Jose.
Yeah, my mom says that.
Yeah,
too.
it's the family we're forming because my parents formed their own family around us. Now it's our turn to form that foundation around our kids. My parents' foundation is strong.
Yeah.
That person's foundation with his wife, his kids has to be just as strong, and he needs to set those boundaries. And I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing if his parents want the best for him, they'll agree.
Yeah, I don't think that you should feel some type of way about leaving the business. I think you have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations for you to grow. And I think you have to leave that job if it's killing you mentally and physically and emotionally, because at the end of the day, it's you and your family your little family that comes first. It's going to be your wife, it's going to be your kids. And if you're at this place mentally where you can't be there for them, like
it'll get worse.
Yeah,
the problems will add up. Like,
yes, you're providing, but you're not there emotionally for your children. And I think that hurts your children more in the long run. Like, they're going to be like, okay, yeah, daddy always provided for us and he was always working hard, but he wasn't here physically. He wasn't, nurturing or whatever. So I say leave. I say find something you love Life is too short not to.
But I mean, they can always help each other out. Just because he's wanting to venture off and do his own thing, it doesn't mean he's leaving his family's business out to dry. I mean, they can kind of,
No,
he
I
can
think
still kind of guide them on his way out, if that makes any sense. Make that transition a lot easier.
yeah. But if it's an unhealthy relationship, like he's saying they're hostile, I don't see why
Well, yeah, that's
you
true.
should. Like if they're not willing to provide the same thing towards you, like the support that you want, why should you have to?
But has he talked to them?
That's also
Because
true.
sometimes family doesn't, they don't understand.
Yeah.
They can't read minds.
Mm-hmm.
So if he has talked to them and has brought up things that have bothered him and they've talked about it and there's no resolution, okay.
Yeah.
But if he hasn't brought it up to them, that's kind of not fair for the family.
True. Maybe not leave like de un jalón. Maybe like talk to them first and then be like, this
Be
is what my
honest.
plan is. Yeah, be honest about how you feel. But this is what my plan is for my family, and I have to do what's best for us. So I plan to leave within the next, 2 months, 6 months, whatever it is.
And there might be some jealousy there from siblings or,
Oh,
some
for sure, I'm
pushback
sure.
with
Yeah.
jealousy there. But I mean, what can you do about it? That's something that they have to worry about. It's within themselves. It has nothing to do with him. But he just has to prepare for that, to have a little pushback from his family.
Like him wanting to leave the family business.
Yeah, if he were to,
Like do his own thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess
He has to prepare himself for both. Not necessarily just look at the negative part, but just
Yeah.
prepare himself that there may be some jealousy with his siblings here.
And I feel like if they're not accepting of it, that's when you have to set those boundaries and kind of just separate yourself from them a little bit.
But he's trying to form a generational wealth for his family, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Because that's what his parents were trying to do with his kids, with them and their siblings, and
Yeah.
now he's trying to do that with his kids. So I think his
But I
family
say
should
don't stay.
support.
I say don't stay.
No, go,
Go, for sure.
go.
Do what's going to make you happy and your family happy.
Let us know how we can help. We'll support.
I cannot.
We'll support. We'll sponsor if you do my patio.
Oh my gosh. He didn't say what kind of construction.
Oh, you're right.
Like he could be.
But I'm sure he knows people that know people that know people that can do my patio.
Yeah, I guess so.
We can sponsor them if I get a discount.
Possibly. Girl. How do you feel about outgrowing friendships, family relationships?
Makes me sad. I've been dealing with that a lot lately.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been hitting me hard.
Like friendships or family?
Both. I think the older I get, the more sentimental I get with that.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know why. It just hits harder.
Yeah, because I know somebody had asked, like, what do you do about you missing an old friendship and wanting to, like, rekindle that, but not knowing how to go about it, or if there's a way to do it, or if it's kind of just, like, a dead relationship, leave it as it is.
That's a hard one.
Yeah. I feel like it depends. Like, why did the friendship end? Like, did you outgrow it because y'all are on different paths, or it was kind of like y'all ended on bad terms, or
But what if life gets busy? How do you start back on where you left off?
well, that's I guess like I have friends that we're busy. We're both busy. We're in different times of our lives. We're doing different things, and I have some of them that I still pick up like nothing, and I can talk to them after like months of not talking, and it's like nothing ever, like there was no time between us. But other friendships that I haven't talked to in a long time, like I don't think I could rekindle. Like it's awkward.
It is awkward.
Like I can't just be like, "Hey girl, how are you doing? Missed you so much. Like tell me about your life."
I can, depending on who it is.
But I feel like if people do that to me after like months of not talking, it's like, do they really care about how you've been and they want to hear about how your life's been? Because I feel like they would check in from time to time.
Yes, I mean, I have this group chat of a couple of high school friends I was in school with, and we can go maybe a month or two without saying anything,
Mhm.
but it's the love is still there.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen each other in months. We've been
But
trying to see each other
y'all have a group text. Like that's how y'all are keeping up with each other.
here and there from
Yeah.
time to time. But when I see them, because I ran into one of them recently, and each time I run into one of them, I get so excited and so happy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you said, hey, girl. Like,
feel like
that's
those
how
are-
I
See,
am.
I feel like those are those good relationships though. Like that you
Yeah.
keep in touch that haven't like been outgrown. Like
But
I
I
feel like
think now the older I get, even if I see people from that I used to be friends with, and it feels good to see them. Even if I don't say anything, it's just good to see them. Like, oh,
we're so different.
I'm more like sentimental, like that.
Yeah.
Just
I'm a very sentimental person. Like I feel like I do miss some friendships sometimes because I
Yes.
miss those good times. But then like I could never be friends with some of them again because of either how we ended terms or just like
do you
we
do
have-
good with change?
no.
Really?
Yeah. I do not.
I don't do good with change. That's why letting go of relationships and setting boundaries with relationships and friendships, it's so hard for me
Yeah.
because I don't do good with change. That's why
Mhm.
I'm like, maybe you're good with change, but you're
No,
not.
I hate change. Like
Girl,
I
what's
don't
wrong
like-
with you? You're weird. You're opposite.
like JC doesn't mind change, but because he's like always been changing. Like he's lived in a lot of places and he's, you know, gone to different schools and everything. And for us, it's like we literally went to the same Head Start, the same
Yeah.
elementary, the same middle school, high school, like all with the same people growing up. I've been in the same, well, I was in the same house for 25 years. Like,
That's why you can't do change.
Yeah, I don't like change.
No.
And
it
that's why
freaks me out. It
my-
throws my whole world
Yeah.
off balance.
My two friends are my same friends that I've had since Head Start. I knew her in Head Start and the other one middle school. But because they're like, we stay like this.
Yeah, I don't do well with change.
Other friendships though, like I don't know. I feel like now it's easier to kind of let go of them just because I'm like, if it was meant to be a relationship with them, then it would be.
Yeah, it's gotten easier, but I still tend to dwell on it a bit more than I should. I
But-
think that's something I have to work on.
But why?
Because change.
Yeah, but like why? Like you miss like just talking to them or you miss like having a lot of friends?
I
or
guess
you,
I
like-
have to set apart and just be thankful for the
Mhm.
good memories that we did have
Yeah.
and just stick to that instead of mourn on what we could have had. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
I guess. Yeah, I
So
can
that's
see
where
that.
I'm like torn. I need to be satisfied with what I was blessed to have.
What about family though?
Ooh. That was difficult.
Yeah.
That was difficult. Because
I-
some family members, I can be like, okay,
I feel like I
I'm-
grew up not so close to a lot of family members because of like and be that in the family. And that kept us from, you know, it was always a competition with some of them.
yeah.
And it just sucked because we didn't grow up as close. But I feel like now that we're older and we've learned and we've changed,
We
like, it's-
want that closeness.
So I feel like we didn't outgrow each other, and now we're kind of, you know, we're in the same seasons. you
I don't
know,
even think
somewhat.
it's not necessarily out. Well, yeah, it's outgrowing who we were in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe our personalities didn't mesh back then, but now as adults and we're constantly evolving, now we can kind of see more eye to eye or respect each other's differences. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I feel like I just respect myself now more that I'm like, why was I ever friends with them? Like, not to be rude, but like, why was I in a friendship like that where it wasn't a supportive friendship? It wasn't a good friendship. It wasn't something that was giving me something in return.
But I mean, that's similar with family, though. It can be like that, but you're still there kind of giving them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really.
Because like me with my mom's family, I'm
Mhm.
too attached. I don't like change with us.
Yeah.
My dad's family, just because we're not as close.
Yeah. I'm not very close to my dad's
I'm
family.
okay with not speaking to some because there's no relationship there to build off of. Now there's some.
So then you're not technically outgrowing those relationships. Though.
No.
I'm talking about like cousins that you've been like friends with at first or like really close to at first, and then now you've just outgrown each other, and it's like, dang, like at one
Well,
point we used to
yeah.
hang out all the time.
I
and
mean,
talk
my
all the
dad has
time.
cousins. I mean, I have cousins from my dad's side that I felt like I had some sort of relationship with when I was little, and I would love to continue that as adults, but it's just we're in that like awkward phase.
Yeah.
Where we don't, or at least I don't. I don't know how they feel, but I would love a relationship with them. That way I can like see them more instead of
Yeah.
y'all.
How rude. I was like, wait, what? Girl, you
Just
barely
kidding.
see us at it
I
as
know,
it
right?
is. It took us how long to do this?
3 years and 4 days.
What?
No, I'm just making it up. I'm just
Oh.
making
I was like, dang, how many hours, how many minutes, how many seconds?
24 hours, 30 seconds.
That's
62 milliseconds.
62.
I don't even know if that's a word.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's, if you're looking to rekindle a relationship, you should really think about like, why do I want this friendship back? Is it worth getting back? What's it going to change? Like, are you just,
But also look at yourself too.
do I need to work on myself?
Yes. Is it something that maybe I did
Yeah.
wrong? Is it something
Mhm.
I need to work on? Because sometimes it's hard for us
Is
to
there an
apologize.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see? It's hard for
Ah.
us to apologize, to say sorry.
Is there an apology needed on my end? Like, yeah, I guess I could see that.
Which this is, we didn't even say we were going to talk about this, but when we were close and then we kind of outgrew each other at some part in our lives, we kind of outgrew each other and grew apart because our personalities didn't mesh.
Well, we weren't close at first.
No.
And then we got
And then we
close.
did.
And then we separated.
Yes.
And now we're here.
For a couple years. Like,
You know, but I was thinking about that the other day, and like, we don't have to get personal about it, but I was like, why did we? Like, I literally do not remember why we like.
Well, because at that, just like you said, at that point in life, we outgrew each other.
Yeah.
I had
think-
growing to do, you had growing to do, but we had to grow separately in
Yeah.
order for us to come to where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, that could happen. We're
I
a prime
think at
example.
that point, I was really distant from my family in general. Like, all my cousins. I feel like there was a gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I really wasn't.
I think at that point I was more distant with myself,
Yeah,
which made me push away from everybody else.
true. I was more of just my friends, but I think more of the fact that I wanted to not accept everything else that was going on around me. So it was like, let's just party and not worry.
Yeah.
And I was in school and I was busy all the time, so that too.
Growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But we're good now.
I guess. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Ma'am, you should have said that before we started this.
We can stop it now. This is going to be our last episode, guys. I'm sorry to inform you.
I am
it's
now
just not
hiring
gonna work
a new
out.
host. Anybody that would like to try out for
Excuse
Andrea's
me,
position for Chisme con las Primas.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I can't with you. Sorry, we were having some technical difficulties.
Our camera died. Our cameraman has been fired. We're looking to replace another one. Please turn in your resumes to Chisme con las Primas.
At gmail.com.
We're doing internships only, no pay. Okay, let's go. Question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about sharing too much?
I don't. I used to. Wait, in what way? Like to people or like
That
social
goes
media? or
into
like,
the same boundaries with friends and family, kind of oversharing or not sharing.
I think it depends. So if we're talking about like social media and it's like everybody around us, I don't anymore. I used to be really bad at like posting my entire life and what I was doing and what I was planning and where I was at in life. And now I'm more of like, why am I sharing all of this with, I don't want to say a bunch of random people, but you know, strangers to some degree, but not because I did that social media cleanse.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just don't share anymore. And if it's something big, I think I just share it to like my immediate family, like my parents, my siblings, or you, or my best friends. And that's like literally it. Like I don't share anything with anybody. I'd rather do it first. Like this podcast, I didn't talk to anybody about it until like I just told like my best friends and immediate family that we were thinking about it, but I didn't tell anybody or post it anywhere until we did it because I think some people have it out to get you.
Bad
like,
juju.
Yeah.
They give you bad energy.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's my problem. I tend to share too much.
With everybody?
Why? I would say everybody, but it's just everybody I talk to.
Yeah.
Which is not that many people, but I think it's my thing. I get overly excited.
Yeah.
And since I want them in part of my life, I like get excited that I want to tell them right away. Yeah. So that's my issue. And then I end up messing up. So then I'm like, shit.
No,
Now I look bad.
yeah.
That's my thing.
That's also, I think like before I used to seek a lot of like validation in one way or another. And that's why I posted like everything I would do like online, like all of my achievements, no matter how small or big, because it was like that sort of like validation from other people. And now I'm at the point of my life where I don't need that. Like,
no, because you can give yourself
Yeah.
a pat on the back.
I have so much like self love for myself now, and like I'm just like proud of like the smallest things I do that I don't seek that anymore.
Yes, girl.
And as long as like my parents like are like, you go, or my husband, or like you, or like, you know, those in my little circle, which I don't have a lot of people in my immediate circle, that's like all I need now, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm getting there.
you'll get there.
I in some instances I am. I am already there, but then it's just like you said, those people that I have a hard time with setting those boundaries, that's where it kind of gets difficult, where I need to learn, okay, the boundaries of oversharing. Let's not overshare. We can be cordial with each other, but I don't have to tell you absolutely everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. I I don't know. That's like also like I don't like sharing a lot of stuff with like our cousins or like family and stuff until like it legit happens, because I feel like that envidia is somewhat still there, and I'd rather just not. I'd rather wait till whatever I want does happen and then be like, hey, I did this, and then see their reaction versus I'm gonna do this and then them be like, eh,
It's not
good
gonna
luck.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, good luck with that.
Negative
Okay.
feedback.
Yeah. Like, I don't want that. I don't need that.
Yeah. No bad energy surrounding.
Like, if I want it, I'm going to get it. And once I get it, then I'll share it.
Oh, see, that's good. I need to be like that.
Do it. It's the best thing ever. It is.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, why do we need validation from other people?
We don't.
Yeah.
We don't.
Mhm.
I think the only person I really need validation from is myself.
Yeah. That's why
But
I was
even
saying,
I can't even do that.
But why not?
I don't know. Sometimes it's hard. It's hard. Well, no, it's not.
I think you're getting there, though.
Yeah.
I think you just have to grow a lot as a person to get to that point, because it honestly, I keep saying like motherhood, but motherhood really changed me, and like it gave me like the best confidence ever. Like, you would think it's opposite right after you have a baby and you're like, oh my God, I don't feel like myself. I feel like crap. And you know, I have this baby weight, whatever. No, it was complete opposite for me. Like, I had the most confidence after having my child. And now it's like, I don't need anybody's validation.
See, as if we're talking about confidence, I have the most confidence at the age that I'm in now. Now, it took me all
But
this
I feel
time.
like people's validations gave me more confidence. And it was like the more people that validated what I was doing, like, good job, you go.
The more it hyped you up.
Yeah, like, oh, hell yeah, like, I can do whatever. But, like, I don't know why I felt like, well, I do know why I needed that trauma. But, but like, now I just do me.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
I will. I need to give myself grace here and there. I think we all do.
But I don't think you're a big sharer. Like, not social media wise and stuff like that either.
Social media, no. But I tend to overshare with my siblings, and then.
But I think that's okay.
But then if I'm not like, if I don't go through with it and I'm not consistent, then I look bad, and that's where I give myself a hard time.
You think you look bad because that's what you're presenting on yourself, or because of what they're saying to you?
I think it's because of the outlook that I see that they may think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I do tell my siblings everything. Like, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm going to do, whatever. And I feel like sometimes they'll be like, but for the most part, I feel like they're super supportive. And if I don't do it, they're like,
yeah,
it wasn't meant for you.
Yeah.
And that was my biggest thing too. My mom's like, if it doesn't happen for you, it's not meant for you. And that's literally what I say for everything now.
If it's not meant for you.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
I mean, yeah, my siblings are supportive, but I think, yeah, it's what you said, that I give myself a hard time when it doesn't happen, not because of what they say, but because of how I feel for not.
Like, shit. Like, you feel like you kind of failed a little bit.
Well, yeah, because I could have done it, but I chose to do something else other than go ahead and. That's why my New Year's resolution was to be consistent this year.
And how are you doing with that?
I'm working on it. It's a work in progress.
I'm not consistent at all.
It's
so
a
I
work
can't
in
say
progress.
anything.
No, but we have been consistent
With
this, which is
Oh,
huge
yeah.
because
For
it's
sure.
something.
I've been somewhat consistent. I'm going to the gym Monday through Friday
Yes,
on most
yeah.
weeks.
You're
I would
consistent with
say,
that.
yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
It's because we have also ADHD undiagnosed, but I feel like that keeps us from being consistent too, because we just go from one thing to another, like we are doing right now.
We just jump from subject to subject,
Yeah.
like that squirrel.
Mm-hmm. I cannot. But yeah, I think that everything doesn't need to be shared.
No, no, and it all stems to who you surround yourself around.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with people that also want to grow
And cheer
with
you
you,
on.
see you grow, help each other out.
You can't be friends with people who are jealous of you, and you can't. If you find yourself being jealous of them, you need to let them go, because I don't think it's.
I don't necessarily think let them go though.
I do think so.
If you really,
Yeah, like I.
but you can work through that. Because then you realize
Some
you're
people
not
can, I
jealous
guess.
of them.
Mm, I feel like I couldn't be friends with anybody who was jealous of me because they would always try to be one upping me. And I feel like there's no need for that. Like,
Well, I mean, if they try to one up you, yeah. But
Mhm.
if it was just, hey, I'm a bit jealous of you,
but why?
and then they tell you,
Yeah, some of them do. Some
yeah.
of them it's
If
like
they tell
envy.
you, if they tell you, yeah, I'm a bit jealous because it's just me. It's just me. I
Yeah.
think you shouldn't let that go. You shouldn't let them go.
I don't know.
Because
Like,
they're willing to be honest with you. It's hard for somebody to share and say, I'm jealous of you. It's as I think saying I'm jealous of you honestly is
Yeah.
just as hard as saying I did wrong.
yeah. I mean, I'll say it like playing like, "Oh my gosh, I'm jealous." Like of whatever it is. But I feel like that envidia, like I don't know, I feel like envidia is such an ugly thing to me personally that I couldn't be friends with somebody who had
I think
any
it sounds
type of
nicer
jealousy
in
towards me.
English.
I know, that's why I'm like
Jealousy,
envidia.
envidia sounds
Yeah.
horrible.
Oh, is it envidia or envidia?
Ah, crap.
Audio guy, can you look that up?
Envidia, envidia or envidia?
I thought it was envidia. I don't know, whatever it is.
Don't judge, guys. Don't judge.
We're not no sabo kids, but
We're not.
like my friends, I have very little friends too. I really only have two friends. Don't people are gonna get her over that? Like I'm your friend, but like super close friends, like best friends, I only have two, and I feel like I'm only friends with them because we're not jealous of each other. Like there's nothing that
Y'all appreciate each other's come ups.
yes, and we cheer each other on like no other. Like when I was telling them about this podcast, they're like, "Hell yeah! Like I can't wait to listen to it." Blah blah blah. Like my friend when I went to the gym with her, she was like, "Oh, did y'all record already? How did it go?" Like they're excited for me.
Yes.
And that's what I love. Like never whatever they're doing in life. One of them just graduated. We're having kids, anything in life. We're just happy for each other. And we cheer each other on even if we don't have it.
I just don't think jealousy necessarily makes it a bad relationship.
No?
No.
You think a little bit of jealousy is okay?
We'll be okay. For example, I was jealous of a cousin for a while for when we were kids, but it was because of everything. Of course, materialistic that she was able to do. She was able, and not even that, she was able to go out more than me. You know what I mean? Just simple stuff like that too. I was jealous, but now with that same cousin, I have nothing but love for her. And I want to see her grow. I want to see her win.
Yeah.
And even back then, I still had love for her, but it was just, that little jealousy that you have.
Okay.
But it wasn't necessarily like, como se dice, the negative jealousy. If there's,
I was going to say, I can think of a time that I was jealous of a cousin too, but it was because her life seemed perfect in a way.
That was me too. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like she didn't have other issues going on. And then I'm over here like with all these other issues. And I was just like, you have literally, like I had to grow up fast, first generation. I had to translate for my mom since I was little, make the appointments, do all of that. And I was jealous that other cousins didn't have to do that.
But that was our outlook on it.
Yeah. No, but it wasn't like a good, like, jealous in any way. I was like, you fucking bitch.
But that was now. But looking back at it, you honestly don't know how they lived their childhood. Because now looking at some of the cousins, you're like, damn, who knows how their childhood could have gone.
No, but some of them I'm like, wow, you had it so easy. Like, you literally are like, you had it so easy. I'm sorry, but some of them did.
Really?
Yeah. And that made me a little mad because I had to grow up so quickly.
I like to play the devil's advocate.
I know you always do.
I do. Yes. I'm the one with the halo.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one with the, what are they called? The one with the wand. The fairy. Cha-ching.
What?
I didn't want to say the other one because you gave me a look.
The
so
little
I just,
horns?
yeah.
Oh, that's what I thought you were going to say. And then you said one. I'm like, am I a witch or a bruja or what?
Oh, también.
No. Come on. You bruja.
No, but I don't know. I think all of our family went through stuff as kids too. That's why it's nothing but love.
Yeah, for sure.
On my part, because we had our own upbringing and they had their own upbringing.
Yeah.
But from our eyes, it didn't look like they did. You know what I mean?
Even now, like, I'll notice some cousins who haven't grown up much, even though they should have, and they still have that envidia, and it is very, very, very showing. And that makes me so mad and so upset because, like, I love all my cousins so much. Like, I would do anything for them, but a lot of them wouldn't do everything for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
And that
without
makes,
a doubt.
Yeah. And I don't expect everybody to drop everything for me.
And that's not being bad. I mean, that's not them being a bad person. There's just...
Yeah. And there's, like, some people that I just could never be open about everything to because I know that in the back of their mind a little bit, it's like, oh, yeah, they're doing bad.
Yeah.
So that's why
like
I also
all hyped up because you're struggling.
Yes. That's why I don't overshare anything.
But then doesn't that make you overthink? I don't know. I guess that's why it's like, do you want to look at the negative side of everybody? Or do you want to think everybody has grown?
For the most part, most people have.
Yeah.
But I know who I can and can't trust. That's what like, that envidia is there.
I'm sure.
And it's always going to be there, I'm sure. Which is...
I don't know if it would always be there.
We are how old?
We're going to have this talk in 3 years. And the people that you thought were in that category...
Let me write down some names then.
will no longer be there. Watch. Just watch.
You think so?
Maybe.
I hope so.
Some of them, yes.
For them, I hope so. Because
yeah,
I think
for sure.
It shows a lot about a person when they grow from that and they're no longer like that. And you're like, wow.
You're no longer selfish. You're not filled with hate, with jealousy. Because I was filled with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not ashamed to say it. I was a selfish person at one point.
Oh, so was I.
And it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
I think we all go through that.
And I can still be selfish from time to time, but as long as I catch myself and kind of push myself back, like, hold on, what are you doing? And continue on.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we need to give them some love, some patience. Because just like we mess up and we kind of get back to it, we got to give them grace too and give them a chance.
I mean, I'm still there for them at all times. If they need me, I'm here. They know they can call me. I'll never reject them. I'll celebrate anything in life with them. Even though they don't show it to me, I'll still show it to them, but with boundaries. Because I had to learn that very much. Like, you can't go doing everything for everybody. And I never expected anything in return, but it still sucked when you didn't get some acknowledgement in return.
Then that kind of means you did expect it, though.
No, like,
yes.
No. If I'm going all out for you, right? Mm-hmm. It's your birthday.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy you something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
And you can't at least say happy birthday to me? I'm not expecting a gift. Oh,
yeah.
But I at least expect a happy birthday.
Well, yeah.
That's
you would get a happy birthday. Mm-hmm. I thought you meant like you at least expected something.
No, like
back.
I don't want a gift back. But I do expect like a, hey, happy birthday.
Well, yeah, recognition.
Thinking of you.
Well, yeah. I mean, if that person's not telling you happy birthday, then yeah, that's the boundary. Close the door, lock it, throw away the key.
But you were just saying you should give people the benefit of the doubt and keep...
But if they don't text you or call you happy birthday, ma'am, wait, never mind. I take that back because I think I haven't told some people happy birthdays at times.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really bad at that. I'm bad at texting because you get the notifications on Facebook,
Yeah.
Snapchat, but then I'm like, oh yeah, I'll tell them happy birthday once I'm done with this, and then it's the next day, and I'm like, crap.
Yeah. JC's really bad at that.
I'm
And I will literally text him
horrible.
and be like, hey, make sure you tell so and so happy birthday. And then he gets home. I'm like, did you tell so and so? Oh, I forgot.
See, I'm good at reminding
Okay, but
other people, but myself.
back on the other subject.
Oh yeah, see, there you go.
I remember who shows up for me, and I have stopped showing up for people if they don't show up for me, in a way.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't tell me happy birthday last year, I'm not telling you happy birthday this year. I'm a little petty sometimes.
A little petty's good. A little petty, but
If you didn't give me a gift for my birthday, don't expect one for your birthday.
what if they're going through financial hardships?
I do cards. I prefer homemade gifts.
Yes.
I do. I very much do.
Because that's a lot more thoughtful.
Yeah, exactly.
Than going and
Bake
spending.
me some cookies if you know how to bake.
I meant-
Not you. Not you.
I'm getting better.
I
Not
was-
at cookies, but I'm getting
I
better
was
at
gonna make
stuff.
you brownies, and then
I
didn't have chocolate chips. Watch, next
I'm still
one.
waiting for the sourdough cookies, chocolate chip cookies.
Somebody didn't give them to you.
No, he gave me the brownies. He didn't give me the cookies. He gave me the brownies.
Ooh,
The
I gave him
sourdough
cookies
brownies.
too for you.
Serrano. He owes me cookies.
Yeah, so I had them for you. I'll bake you some though, just for you next time.
Or next time, just don't give them to JC. And just come drop them off at my house.
That's a far drive. That's why I said I'll bake it the next time we have a show. And then I gotta bring 'em here next time.
You bake, and I'll bring the refreshments.
Okay, deal. I think that envidia in the family sucks because it really separates everybody, whether it's your tias or your cousins or your friends, whatever it may be. But I think it's important to set those boundaries
It is.
and learn what you're feeling, accept what you're feeling and why you're feeling it, and grow.
But there's nothing wrong with having those feelings as long as you want to
As long as you
be
acknowledge
better.
them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you acknowledge them and you want to be better, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's well accepted. It's hard, but it's accepted.
And I think some of that stems too from like how they grew up and how they were raised.
Yeah, I mean, with all of us.
I just don't understand why it's a thing.
It's not all peace and love.
I know,
Imagine if we all got along. How
yeah,
boring
but
would
why
that
not?
be?
Like, why do we always have to try to one up each other? Why not just
I don't
celebrate
I mean,
each other?
as kids, I would understand that. Now, as adults, it's like, okay, let's just enjoy each other.
Even as kids-
enjoy each other's company.
Okay, as kids, but between kids. But when it's like a tia always trying to one up her, always wanting her child to one up you, like, why? What is the reason?
That's their personal problem.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
why is that a thing within family? Like, why don't we just want to see everybody grow and
Well, because they weren't taught that.
generational trauma?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They weren't taught that. So it's up to us to break that. It's up to us to show them.
And it's okay to cut people off if they're not supportive, even
Agree.
if it's family.
Yes, even if it's family, it's good to set boundaries.
After you talk to them, I think you have to talk to them and I think you should try to talk to them because some people just don't want to talk about it, and some people don't want to be open about it, and some people don't want to accept how they are. And if they don't, then okay, you tried and you move on, and you're setting that boundary. I'm not communicating with you anymore because I tried to, and you're not being receptive to it,
Yeah.
and you're not acknowledging what you're doing. So we're just not gonna,
Yeah.
have a relationship.
Yeah, if you give them, I get it.
What? You want to be devil's advocate here?
No,
Okay.
I agree with what you said. If they care for you and they're willing to hear you out and work,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean, okay,
for sure.
give them a chance.
I get that. All right.
That's
well,
why envy's not that bad. Teaches you a lot of lessons.
Yeah, as long as you're learning them
That's what I'm saying. If you're
and
willing to
accepting
learn
them
them,
and growing from them.
I'm willing to work with you.
Okay, Myra, I agree with you. Envy may
Okay.
not be such a bad thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I think that wraps up episode 2.
Yes.
You have anything else to say before we wrap it up?
Let's see. What can we say?
No? Okay.
No. Guys, please subscribe, like, share our podcast. Make sure you rate it 5 stars.
We're on Apple Podcasts.
If you didn't like it that much, at least give us a 4. We'll
We're-
take a 4. 4.5. 4.8.
We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Yes.
Subscribe, like, share. Thanks,
Yes.
guys. And
Thanks
we'll
for
be
all the
back
love
next
from
Monday.
California. Michelle, I see